First up, we meet the founder of Over the Edge, a company that organizes extreme events to raise extreme funds all around the world.
Okay, so now what I'm going to have you do is grab the blue rope with your right hand. Good. Let go with your left hand there. That's fine. Your left hand, you can grab anything you want, and then you're ready to here. Yeah, and now kind of lean back. Rico, awesome. Doing great. Okay.
Over the Edge is a special events company, and we do signature rappelling events throughout North America and the world. This all started in 2004, and it started, my background's in adventure sport, so adventure racing, which is kind of a wilderness extreme type sport, and there's always one section of that which is a rappelling or a zip line or that sort of thing. So we hosted an urban adventure race in Halifax and needed a building rather than a rock face. So we used 1801 Hollis and Duke, was the first site where the 1801 drop zone started. And it was really as a way to give back to the community that we actually started it. Myself and John Morehouse, who was the VP of Creed at the time, said this would be kind of cool. We could invite all our buddies, charge them $1,000 and give all the money back to the nonprofits. So that's how it started, and the first year we raised about 70 grand and gave it back to 3 local nonprofits. Our North American office here is based in Herring Cove Road, and we also have a lovely home office as well out in Yulee Mill Lake. But our North American center is here, and then we have an office down in Atlanta, which is our U.S. office, and we're now developing a more of a smaller office down in Puerto Rico for the Latin American countries. The goal in 2008 we created to help raise $50 million for nonprofits at that time across North America. So it's truly a way to give back. It's thrilling and it's exhilarating. The common theme throughout is people are scared to death, but they're doing it for a purpose, and they're doing it for the non-profit purpose. When you do this and it's a bucket list, people go bungee jumping and they do all these extreme adventures, but it's self-fulfilling. This is for somebody else. This is on behalf of Make-A-Wish, Special Olympics, the Boy Scouts, American Cancer, whatever the group that nonprofit, deserving nonprofit we're working with. So people have that connection, and people universally, with the exception of our techs and a very small percentage, are all terrified of heights. But what the ask is that when you look at one of the terminally ill kids with Make-A-Wish, they wake up every day, 24/7, 365, struggling and fighting for life. And when you ask corporate America, corporate Halifax to step up and go over the edge, on behalf of that child, you get 2 responses. Here's my $1,000, never call me again, or absolutely, I'll do it. We have so many wonderful people that have bought into our mission and our values, and we have rope technicians, we have safety, we have a whole team of advisors, both on the business side, legal, risk, insurance. There's a whole back room of people that are just brilliant at what they do and are passionate about what we do, and they lend their support. And with that gives us a direction and guidance. And then we have a huge front-end team. We have about 52 staff in the US, a little bit in Canada and the UK, that come together wherever they're assigned, and there's 3 of them, and they pull this event together. So that's in the front end. We have account managers here in this office. We have our accounting people. We have our sales people, all that kind of stuff, both here and throughout the US. So it's a team of really dynamic, bright, and passionate individuals. And it's far, far exceeded whatever my expectations were in 2004. But the goal is to raise $50 million for nonprofits. And at the end of this year, we should be about 24 million. And so it was 2008 when we set that goal, and so we should be through by 2018. And based on our projections, by the end of 2016, we should have reached it.
We're at the Sheraton Hotel where they're doing a promotion for the Special Olympics, and they're going to be actually rappelling all the way from the top of this roof. Look at that. Look at that.
In Toronto at City Hall, the iconic City Hall, which is just a wonderful backdrop. The Sheraton Waikiki in Honolulu, which is spectacular, and you rappel right off. They have a pool, as you can imagine. They have a pool deck overlooking the water, and they have their infinity pool called the Edge. So how appropriate was that to be actually rappelling onto that pool deck over the edge into the that part of it.
The key was not looking down. The key was continually looking up and straight forward and in the windows of whatever floor I was on. There was a few patio furnitures out there that I kind of looked at to gauge where I was in height, but I never really wanted to look down at all. Looking up was the only thing that I would do to move my head.
Good job.
It's a little scary. And if it's not scary, you're just a little crazy.
I'm trying.
Another really iconic building is down in Seattle. It's called Rainier Place, and it looks like a beaver ate away the building. So that's the best way to do it. It's a wine glass, so it's probably thick at the top, and then it comes right down into an hourglass shape. So that's pretty iconic. Some beautiful buildings down in Miami, all glass right on the waterfront down there. You get to wake up every day here in Nova Scotia doing something that you love. And what I love most about it is just giving back. It's about being able to do something for others and make a living at doing it. So when you can do that here from Nova Scotia, it's pretty cool to be in that position. And you know, you hear so many people, you know, they wake up and they go to a job. I haven't been in a job in 10 years. You know, I work a lot, a little bit too much for my kids at times, but it's not a job. And we've been very, very fortunate to have a thriving, vibrant business in a U.S. economy and a Canadian economy that has failed and has been completely in turmoil. So our business has grown exponentially at a time where everyone else has been just crashing and burning. So fantastic group of advisors that help us with that, and a mission that really allows us to excel.
Of course, you'll remember that we were at the Rope for Hope event for the Make-A-Wish Foundation earlier this summer, and it was scary and exciting and very inspiring. Congratulations to Paul and his team, who are well on their way to helping organizations raise $50 million for their various causes.